What is going on, guys? JD from New York here. Thank you so much for stopping by the channel this afternoon. It is Monday, December 11, 2017, and this right here is the #1 professional. And my cat's looking at me like I'm a fucking retard. #1 professional wrestling podcast right here on YouTube.com for everything WWE. This is Off the Script. Episode 199, part number 3, yes. Part number 3 on a Monday. Oh, JD, why is it on a Monday, man? Because yesterday, we talked about the entire Richard Allen Swann arrest. WWE superstar, cruiserweight, star of 205 Live, Rich Swann. He was arrested for domestic violence and false imprisonment of his wife of 9 months, Sue Young, a.k.a. the lady who will be going one-on-one with Sonya Strong at House of Glory's biggest show of the year on Saturday night, coincidentally. So we go over all that in the video. We talk about that in Off the Script Extra. I go over why I think it is wrong, why I think WWE will eventually make an example out of Rich Swann and terminate him, as the evidence against him isn't looking too good. And I give you my opinion on who I think should replace Rich Swann on Monday Night Raw tonight, because he was scheduled to go one-on-one with Drew Gulak, Mr. PowerPoint presentation himself, to find a new #1 contender for Enzo Amore's Cruiserweight Championship. So if you guys want to go check that out, it is live on the channel right now. Part 1 and 2 of Off the Script is also live. We talk about Roman Reigns and his sheer stupidity on how he thinks he is the best wrestler in ring in the world. I'm assuming Roman Reigns is on some type of drug and he should be administered for a drug policy violation, because nobody can be that brain dead. How could you be the best wrestler in ring in the world when you have AJ Styles on the same roster as you? I don't know, Roman. I'd love to know. This is why I'm wearing the Get Off My TV Roman design, because Roman is indeed Get Off My TV worthy. So we talk about that in part 1. Part 2, we talk about Daniel Bryan and possible plans for him to return to the ring at SummerSlam 2018, plus so much more on this weekend's show. Make sure you guys go and check that out. I know most of you missed Off the Script this weekend because of YouTube, and I know YouTube is broken, and YouTube's been fucked up. Comments have been coming in very, very slowly. This is a new thing now. Comments really aren't showing. And then the sub boxes are still broken, as always, because I have notifications on for myself. Yes, I am that narcissistic. But I do have notifications on for myself just to kind of gauge when the upload actually hits email. So Off the Script wasn't delivered to my email, or notification wasn't delivered to my email about Off the Script Part 1 until Saturday night. It went up at 11 a.m. on Friday. So if you guys missed that, which I'm sure you did, most of you are probably a day and a half behind, because YouTube didn't notify you that, you know what, JD uploaded, you should go watch it. Nah, fuck that guy. Fuck that guy. So if you guys missed that, it is live on the channel right now. Also, we will be covering Monday Night Raw tonight. Monday Night Raw, I don't know where they're coming from, but I believe it's in Tennessee. I might be mistaken on that. I hope I am. But Monday Night Raw tonight, we'll have the official review right here on the channel around 11:30, 12 o'clock or so. So make sure you guys check that out as well. Always great to cover Monday Night Raw on Monday night. And thus begins a new week of wrestling content. We are, I believe Clash of Champions is this Sunday, if I'm not mistaken. I don't really give a shit because the show sucks, and I have absolutely no interest in it whatsoever. But I do believe there's a pay-per-view this Sunday, so we'll cover that as we get closer to the weekend. But today we're going to cover Matt Hardy. I have news on Matt Hardy, the creative drive behind Matt Hardy, why Matt Hardy is woken. Matt Hardy has a huge supporter in WWE already. And this is the best news for Matt Hardy that could possibly be. So we're going to go over all that today, plus a variety of other things. Also got news on Neville. Neville and WWE Talks have broken down and now have gone cold again. So you're not going to want to miss this episode, man. Lots of good information, lots of news and rumors in today's video right here for Off the Script. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. Hit that subscribe button down below. Turn on that bell. What good does it do? I don't know. But anyway, do it. Turn on that bell for notifications. Please continue to vote for Off the Script on the WrestlingRadioAwards.com website for Show of the Year once a day, every day, where it's a Show of the Year right there. You're going to type in Off the Script with JD from NY. Submit your vote once a day, every day. You're doing a good deed by doing so. Last year we won Best New Show of the Year. This year I want to tackle Show of the Year. So thank you guys, and thank everybody for voting for Off the Script on the WrestlingRadioAwards.com website for Show of the Year. Oh, that guy's a narcissistic fuck. He just wants another notch on his belt. No, we do it because I want to get the show out to new listeners and new sponsors and new eyes and new ears. But then again, if I was taking business tactics and business tips from these individuals, then I'd be in the poorhouse. So, you know, I really don't give a shit what anybody says. I know what I'm doing. So if anybody has a problem with it, you could fucking suck my dick. Number one, okay? Number two, none of your fucking business. WrestlingRadioAwards.com, right there for Show of the Year for Off the Script. T-shirts. Best looking t-shirts money can buy for any podcast in the universe. We got the Get Off My TV design that I'm wearing with good old Roman, plus a variety of other Get Off My TV designs. Eva, Dana, Big Show. You got the Four Goons with Braun Strowman before he was actually good Braun Strowman. That's Wyatt family Braun Strowman. We got the Get Off My TV hit list with Lucille. We got the Get Off My TV with Enzo and Jinder and Bailey and Worldwide. Right there, Goon City. The ever-popular Negan. The original gray, first ever Off the Script design. Plus, we got the new Benched t-shirt. Eat, Sleep, Bench, Repeat. And then the newly designed Jinder Mahal Failure Raha t-shirt. Right there, Jinder, get off my TV. I wish he was a fucking ghost. I ain't afraid of no ghost, but I'm afraid of Jinder as WWE champion, I'll tell you that. There you go, man. People want to know, what does Jinder have to do with Ghostbusters? I'm afraid of Jinder Mahal as WWE champion. Do you fucking mind? Goon. Yeah, man. There you go. There you go. Barbershopwindow.com/off the script. You know what? Gotta do it. That's not playing. No, it's not playing. My desktop audio is not playing. Is it not playing? It's not playing. I was gonna have the Matt Hardy delete, but good thing I caught it live recording this, so there you go. There will not be any funny audio clips playing in this episode. You know what? Go fuck yourself. Let's get right into the news, man. I was gonna play the Matt Hardy clip of him saying, I am going to sentence you to deletion for Jinder Mahal, but we might as well talk about Matt Hardy instead of listening to Matt Hardy delete somebody. The latest on Matt Hardy and his broken universe. We have Matt Hardy now on Monday Night Raw, finally, after years of waiting. We now have something to look forward to on Monday Night Raw. And this is probably the most interested I've been in Bray Wyatt in years. Look at that. Bray Wyatt is going to be on the receiving end of a loss, but we got Bray Wyatt in something that actually makes him look important. Wow. The latest on Matt Hardy and his broken universe. Matt Hardy's broken status has reawoken, and there is a significant proponent of the Woken character in WWE. Who is completely behind Matt Hardy and the Woken universe? None other than Vince McMahon. Hardy's mannerisms, creativity, and passion for the character were on full display on Monday Night Raw this past week. It's going to be the same thing tonight. A contact within WWE reached out to Sports Illustrated. Now, sometimes these guys are right, sometimes these guys are wrong. All right, so take this with a grain of salt. But a contact within WWE reached out to Justin Barrasso of Sports Illustrated and said that Matt Hardy has been allowed creative license by Vince McMahon himself to let him run with the gimmick, script his own promos, reword the promos in his Woken language and accent. And McMahon sees an opportunity and the opportunity to cash in on a character that is already established. So McMahon knows that he sees money in Matt Hardy already. And the fans can see money in Matt Hardy already with the Awoken character. Do you want to know why? Because the 2-minute, the 3-minute clip, whatever it was, whatever length it was, that was posted on YouTube with the promo, the back and forth between Matt Hardy and Bray Wyatt, That is over 2 million views. It was nearing 1 million views after just a couple of days on WWE's YouTube channel. The video went viral. The video got picked up by various internet news outlets. You know, various sports websites picked it up. That Matt Hardy is now, you know, doing his broken shtick in WWE under now the Awoken gimmick. You know, they're turning it from broken to awoken. It went viral. Matt Hardy went viral on YouTube in one day with that promo. And Bray Wyatt is going to reap the benefits of that because he's working with somebody that everybody has a genuine interest in seeing. And Vince already sees money in it. After 1 week, he sees money in it. And Vince, that's all he gives a shit about. The only language Vince McMahon knows is money. That's the only language he cares about. If you're going to make Vince money, of course he's going to get behind you. We all knew this was going to make money. T-shirts, the Broken Universe. We got Vanguard 1, Skarsgård, the dilapidated boat. You know, you got the Woken Army with Benjamin, Samuel Benjamin, Rebby, King Maxwell. You know, this is going to make Vince a lot of money. Imagine the T-shirts and the whole creative drive from the merchandising department that are going to get behind Matt Hardy to design T-shirts from how great they're going to look, you know? Imagine now what Matt can do creatively in WWE compared to what he did in TNA. You know? I don't know how they were being funded. I don't know if TNA was funding them. I don't know if Billy Corgan at the time was funding them, or they were using TNA's money, or they were self-funding everything that they did. I don't know. I don't have the information on that. But I do know that they were working with a very limited budget over in TNA. Can you imagine everything they did in TNA coming over to WWE with Vince McMahon's money? How much better and how much more professional it's going to be while maintaining that Hardy feel, that broken feel? It's going to be great. Finally, we have something to actually care about on Monday nights. It may take 2.5 hours to get there, but at least we have one thing to look forward to on Monday night. Hardy has long faced criticism, but he cannot be a top star in wrestling without Vince McMahon getting behind this. You know, he was big on his own, but now it's going to be even further with Vince McMahon and the money train that is WWE getting behind him. It's going to be, it was here, and it's going to be right through the ceiling with Vince McMahon's money. Vince McMahon now sees him in a new light. Then he did not. But now that Vince McMahon is getting to work with Matt and seeing everything that Matt has created, he sees money in it. McMahon has known Hardy for over 2 decades, and the chairman clearly trusts Hardy enough to give him the opportunity to connect his character with the WWE Universe. Hardy's Awoken character, or Woken character, also connect back to Anthem Sports and Entertainment, which is the parent company of Impact Wrestling. Ed Nordholm, who is president of Anthem, still controls the Broken Universe intellectual property that Hardy and his wife Rebby created. Both parties in Anthem and the Hardys believe that they have rightful ownership of the IP, and the possibility exists that the Hardys worked out a deal with Anthem for the rights to the Broken character. There are currently no discussions between Anthem and Hardy. During this time, as an executive with Impact, Jeff Jarrett certainly felt the same way about the Hardy star power. Jarrett believed that Hardy was the sole star of the Hardys, while Matt was just part of the act. So, you know, he felt the same way Vince McMahon did. Back in the day, it was everybody's all over Jeff. You know, Jeff Jarrett thought the same thing while Jeff and Matt were in TNA. Well, he was still under power there before he went out and got help for his alcohol problems. He thought Jeff was always the star. He thought Matt was always the second best Hardy. Hardy is motivated to prove otherwise with his Woken character on the WWE stage. Now, there were reports about Vince McMahon having major issues with the Woken character simply because it was not a WWE creative character. Those were clearly shot down this week, so I'm not going to be reporting on the reports of Vince McMahon having major issues with the Woken character and Vince McMahon and WWE not getting behind it, that they really don't have any plans for him or they don't have any plans to push him. Those reports are all bullshit, because there were reports on top of the Justin Barrasso Sports Illustrated news article saying that people in WWE weren't going to get behind the Broken or Woken character. Those were false. Matt Hardy did go viral, like I said. Matt Hardy's beloved broken gimmick has finally found its way into WWE, as you guys know, as the WOKEN universe. And everybody in the wrestling world is very much behind it. Hardy established his gimmick during his run with Impact Wrestling alongside brother Jeff, brother Nero. And it took to various other promotions as he was allowed to work on the independent circuit with the gimmick as well, all over the globe. Fortunately for Hardy, once he decided to leave Impact retained the rights to the character and would not allow him to use it until now. There's been a lawsuit going on, and after new management took over at Impact Wrestling, a deal was struck with the promotion to finally allow Matt to use the gimmick in WWE. Now, with his video segment on Monday, he debuted WOKEN. Hardy used all his WOKEN catchphrases, delete, and yes, and all that stuff, you know. And WWE uploaded the video of the segment on the YouTube page, and it's made such a huge impact that it reached 1 million views within the first day, and it was also on YouTube's overall top 25 trending now videos. Should be interesting to see how Matt's WOKEN character progresses, the return of brother Nero, Jeff Hardy, once he is able to come back, and where they go with the gimmick into 2018. This is very, very, very cool stuff happening for Matt Hardy, man. After 1 week, Matt is already one of the biggest things in WWE. And they were just waiting. He was in a sea of nothing. He was just waiting around in this lull. He was on Superstars, losing to fucking God knows who on WWE Superstars in dark matches. They weren't even using him. They were having him lose to Braun Strowman, squash him to Braun Strowman. Just nothing fused with Elias. Now, finally, he's been able to have creative direction and creative freedom to get this character up off the ground in WWE. And Vince McMahon already sees money in it. And when you're talking money, you're talking the language of Vince McMahon. And if you want Vince McMahon to get behind you, all you have to do is prove himself to you that you're going to make him money. He'll be your best friend. So that's exactly what Matt Hardy is doing, and I can't wait to see where they take this in WWE. And I'm already hearing, I don't have reports on it right now, but I heard rumblings already. I just got to find the proper news article, that WWE is already thinking about doing some sort of Final Deletion-esque match with Bray Wyatt and Matt Hardy at the Wyatt family compound. So this is turning out to be full-blown fucking in-your-face what we got in TNA, man. And Bray Wyatt, like I said, is going to reap the benefits of this. Bray Wyatt, though, is probably going to be on the receiving end of a loss here, is being made to look important. Even though he is the Eater of L's, and still his career is pretty much dead in WWE, he is playing a really, really good role here as the opposite to Matt Hardy. And this is exactly what I talked about. This is exactly what was needed. This was the perfect guy to get the WOKEN thing off the ground for his first feud, and it's working out so far picture perfect, man. I can't wait to see what they're doing with the rest of this stuff going on into the year, man. Now, I don't know how long they can keep going back and forth with promos. You know, I'd love to see Matt come out with his just fucking elegant robes and his crazy science-looking hair, this fucking mad scientist hair that he has. I love if WWE gave him a theme similar to what Rebby wrote for him, that little classical piano intro. I'd love if they gave him something like that. I can't wait to see how many more elements they add on top of this character to give it that feel that we love so much in TNA, man. Can't wait to see what they do. It's very exciting, and like I said, Monday Night Raw finally has something we can just hang our hats on and look forward to on Monday nights. So, good on Matt, man. I'm very proud of him. I'm happy, and I'm loving this so far. I can't wait to see where they take it. Kevin Owens. Kevin Owens ran into some trouble. Thank God it was not the news that was being reported early last week. On Monday, Kevin Owens deleted his Instagram after his wife's account was hacked. This is the lengths that the social media cesspool will go to ruin someone's image and life because they have no life of their own. These people need to just be eradicated from the face of the earth. There is no use for these people on this planet. Now, when WWE superstars take part in social media, they open themselves up to ridicule and abuse from fans and haters alike, whether you're male or female. You know, I feel like the females get it worse, you know, because they got all these guys wanting to show them their dick pics, and, you know, they are constantly critiquing their body, and they're constantly being hit on. You know, how much hate Renee Young probably gets for dating Dean Ambrose from all the little Dean Ambrose little 13-year-old fangirls. You know, it's ridiculous. It's absolutely ridiculous. You know, I remember watching one episode of Total Divas where Alicia Fox and I think Paige were looking at social media comments, or Nikki Bella, one of them, it's probably the Bellas, looking at social media comments, you know, and some comments were saying, oh, Nikki Bella's getting fat. You know, she looks out of shape. Her body's not looking like it used to. You know, you open yourself up to ridicule from every direction. And then there are some people out there that just take it to the extreme and just want to ruin your fucking life. Can you imagine Kevin Owens being on the road? Kevin Owens being on the road, he's in the ring and he's performing for all the fans in attendance. He gets back to the locker room and he starts browsing around on social media and he sees reports of himself that someone leaked information that he cheated on his wife 5 different times in 2017. And then he sees his wife shut down her Instagram, that his wife deleted all photos of him and his kids off her Instagram. Can you imagine what Kevin Owens would probably think, or was probably thinking, when he was on the road and he seen all this shit happen? You know? Unreal. Probably gave the guy a fucking mini stroke, mini heart attack. I know what I'd be thinking. I'd be fucking scared shitless if that was me. But Kevin Owens, usually on social media, he loves, you know, getting back at fans. He loves fucking blocking people like I do. He loves just, you know, dealing with the bullshit and getting rid of the cesspool, the cancer that is on Twitter. He loves blocking people. He has fun with them, you know. He's very sarcastic in his own way. He attacks fans on social media. He delivers back. And it takes, you know, it just sucks all the wind out of their sails. They got what they wanted. They got a reply from him, but that's all they wanted. But little do they know that Kevin Owens on the receiving end of that, you know, he's going to take it and then he's going to deliver something a little bit more savage right back at you. But a recent online attack against Kevin Owens went way beyond the line when someone hacked his wife's social media account and accused him of cheating. On Monday, several sources reported that a huge WWE rumor spread all over Twitter that indicated Kevin Owens cheated on his wife, and the two had split up due to his unfaithfulness. Owens then deleted his Instagram account. WWE fans all over Twitter, as well as Kevin Owens' detractors, lashed out against WWE superstar about his perceived personal problems with his wife. The problem came when it turned out that the WWE rumors about Owens were all lies. Kevin Owens' wife posted a response to the accusations on Instagram. She posted that her account was hacked and someone made false accusations pretending to be her. The Miz's wife, Maurice, posted a copy of that response on Twitter to help clear up false rumors about Owens. According to Owens' wife, there is nothing wrong with her relationship with Owens. She said she has been hacked, and that the reason Kevin deleted his Instagram account was they believe the same person who hacked her account also hacked his. Kevin Owens did go on Twitter and respond to the social media attacks against him and the lies about his relationship and his wife. While Owens usually loves to mess around with fans, he was very blunt and to the point this time around. In the post, Owens said that social media is a cesspool, which I agree. And he is depressed at how some people try to ruin the lives of others for no reason. Owens says that his Instagram is now gone and is angry because people are going after his wife now on the social media platforms. WWE superstar said that the entire situation is absolutely disgusting. Owens also said that he would never do this to his own family. I knew these reports were false. I didn't even report on it immediately when I heard it. All I did was send out a tweet, and I'm like, you know, these Kevin Owens rumors are really disgusting if true, you know, but I really didn't, you know, immediately jump the gun and say, uh-oh, here's another Bray Wyatt situation. Yeah, you ever take a look at Kevin Owens' wife? She is pretty attractive, you know? And I don't know why Owens would come across that way and do that, number one. Number two, he's always, no matter how much of a dick he is, you know, on social media to the fans, which I love. I love it. No matter what he does on social media, Owens has always portrayed himself as a family man, no matter if it's on social media, no matter if it's in an interview. He always talks about his son. Remember when he won the Universal Championship? The first person he celebrated with was his son. You know, and then that fucking bum from ESPN mentioned something about, congratulations on winning a fake championship and celebrating with your son. Your son really must look up to you, something along those lines, right? You know, Kevin Owens always came off as a family man. I never thought, or never even had an inclination that Kevin Owens would cheat on his wife at all, or do that to his family. He's such a fucking family-oriented guy. Social media is a cesspool, man. The only reason why we have social media is because, you know, A, we're addicted to our phones. We have nothing else better to do during our work days. It's a form of entertainment, and I use it for business. I really don't even tweet during the day anymore. I really don't care to. Then people get mad at me. Oh, JD, why don't you tweet back at me, man? And then I got other fucking idiots claiming that I don't get back to fans and whatnot. I don't give a fuck. I don't want to be on Twitter. Do you fucking mind? I don't like to be on Twitter. I'm only on Twitter on Mondays to tweet what I think of Monday Night Raw. Why? Because when I use a hashtag, it's good for business. It generates traffic to the Twitter feed. It generates traffic to, oh, this guy's got a YouTube channel. Let me check him out. You know? I don't need to sit on my phone all day long and tweet about whatever. There's nothing going on. You're not going to hear from me. I'll like a video or I'll use Twitter for YouTube purposes, because when I upload a video to YouTube, it gets pushed to Twitter. When I like a video, it gets pushed to Twitter. If I'm going to show you guys something that I'm listening to, or show you guys a video that I like, or a music video, or a band I like, I'll post it on Twitter. I'll take a link from Spotify and let you guys listen to a song that I'm listening to. Whatever. Social media is garbage. This is exactly why it's garbage. You got a bunch of fucking bullies and a bunch of irrelevant fucking hacks on Twitter who think there's something where they're really not. Bunch of fucking low-life fucks on Twitter. Okay? Because you have insecurities in your own fucking life because your life fucking blows. You gotta go out and ruin somebody else's life or attempt to ruin somebody's life. Fuck you, man. Fuck you. Bullshit. Owens doesn't even need Instagram. I don't even know why anybody has an Instagram. Why do you have an Instagram? Oh, look at me. I'm having a fucking Panera sandwich on Monday afternoon after work. Who the fuck cares? Who cares what you're having? Oh, look, this Chipotle mayo is so delicious. This romaine lettuce looks elegant. Who gives a shit? Are you going to be on fucking Top Chef? Are you going to be trained by Bobby Flay? You fucking retard. Who cares? I got Instagram. I got nothing but fucking dog and cat pictures on there. Irrelevant fucking website. Irrelevant apps. And then when a WWE superstar wants to post a picture about whatever, they gotta be open up to ridicule because you don't like them. I don't go on anybody's Instagram and say, hey, you fucking blow. Go fuck yourself. What type of people out there exist? Absolutely ridiculous. This was taken to the extreme. Good on Owens, bro. Good on Owens. I'm glad he made a comment on it. You don't even need Instagram. Stay off of it. You do yourself a favor. Get your wife off of it too. You know? Since they were both hacked, there's no need for it. Why? You might as well just be off of it. It'll probably bring you more peace in the end. Owens deletes Instagram after his wife was hacked. Good on the rumors being false, because we don't need another Bray Wyatt situation. And B, I never thought Kevin Owens would do that anyway. So there you go. Speaking of relationships, Alberto El Retard reveals why he and Paige are no longer together. Maybe she was tired of the bitching and the moaning and the abuse and the rumors. Bullshit. Maybe she didn't want Mexican food anymore, man. Maybe she wanted to go fucking have herself some Italian, you know? As many of you know, Paige is back on television. She's on the road with WWE, and her and Alberto El Patron are no longer together. The couple has not spoken about the breakup until now. Actually, Alberto talked about it on Keeping It 100 with Conan. He said that they decided to end the relationship because of their busy schedules. He gave a list of things that he's busy with, and she's been training at the Performance Center in Orlando, so he chose his kids over the relationship. So you went around gallivanting with Paige, getting drunk everywhere, and using Periscope and calling Triple H a big-nosed pussy up in Stamford, Connecticut, on several different occasions. Now you want to choose your kids over the relationship? You didn't think that she was going to go back to the company and go back on the road full time while you're wasting your life away on Impact Wrestling, winning God knows what meaningless championship? You didn't think about that beforehand. Another bumbleheaded fucking move by Alberto El Retard over here. Patron said that people are just finding out that they broke up weeks ago, but they agreed not to say anything because everyone, including family, wanted to give their opinion on them. During the last set of Impact tapings, he said that he talked to her and felt that they should say something about the breakup, but according to him, she didn't want to say anything because they had an agreement. He said that a friend accidentally posted a video. It was posted on Paige's Snapchat that she gave away that she was single. Good. She's going to be better off for it. Don't date a loser. There you go, girls. Don't date a loser like Alberto El Patron. He didn't know this in the end. He didn't know this how this was going to end up. 2 different promotions on the road. He's over there doing that, right? So in the end, he chose his kids over the relationship. But along the way, you just made yourself look like an idiot regardless. And you dragged her through the mud. But in the end, she's going to come out on top. She's going to be in a WrestleMania program with somebody over the Women's Championship. And Alberto is still going to be wrestling in front of 400 people. Probably even less than that. At some random Impact tapings. And most of those 400 people are going to be paid actors. Good on you, Alberto. Good on you, bro. Speaking of WrestleMania, we have Hulk Hogan. Yes, brother. The Hulkster is back in the news. Don't really want to see him back in the ring, but apparently, in his sick and demented mind, Hogan thinks people want to see him back in the wrestling ring. So he's reaching out to The Rock. He wants another rematch with The Rock. Throughout the time span of pro wrestling, there have been feuds and matches that are known to be proverbial passing of the torch moments. Flair defeating Harley Race in 1983. Shawn Michaels defeating Bret Hart at WrestleMania. Sting defeating Ric Flair in 1990. Those are just a few examples. The Rock was already a well-established WWE star with multiple championships on his resume. His match against Hulk Hogan transcended passing the torch for a wrestling career, but more of a legacy. Although Hogan was supposed to play the heel in that match, the WrestleMania 18 crowd in the Sky Dome was absolutely one of the best things I've ever seen. The Rogers Center, Sky Dome, whatever. It was then the Sky Dome, now it's the Rogers Center where the Blue Jays play, MLB team. They tapped into their inner nostalgia and gave him a unbelievable ovation throughout the entire match. In the end, The Rock would defeat Hogan, and then they would shake hands following the match. Recently, The Rock recalled a moment in 1984 at Madison Square Garden where he caught one of Hogan's headbands that he threw out from the ring. He stated that he was 12 years old at the time, sitting in the crowd, and went back to the locker room after the match to meet him. Hogan would then give him a new headband 2 weeks later. While The Rock was finally speaking of a pivotal moment during his time in pro wrestling as a fan, Hogan responded differently. While there is 0% chance of this happening, Hogan is clearly ready to get back into the WWE spotlight since his release from the company in July of 2015 for controversial comments. Now, the only people that would want to see this is absolutely diehard, hardcore Hulk Hogan fans. However, the short-lived debuts of Sting and Goldberg, Hogan could have more supporters of him returning than one may think. I am not one of those, but this is what Hogan said on social media. Yo, Rock! If you need another headband this time, you need to give me my rematch. Then see if you can take it, brother. LOL. Only love, but I'm serious about the rematch, brother. HH. So, Hogan wants a rematch with The Rock. I don't want to see Hogan near a wrestling ring ever again. He's pushing 70, and I just don't care for it. I just don't care for it. The only people that want to see that match are Hulk Hogan and Hulk Hogan himself. Simple as that. I don't care. Maybe his daughter, Brooke. I don't want to see it. You're not going to bring Hogan back for a WrestleMania match. It will do nothing. You know, Hogan will be back in the WWE eventually as like some ambassador, or you know, they'll use him for PR. They'll use him maybe as an on-air talent for like a GM role or something. Other than that, they ain't putting him back in the ring. Hogan can barely walk. You want him to wrestle a Dwayne Johnson who's absolutely fit in the prime of his fucking career? Come on, dude. Seriously. Even The Rock has slowed down a bit, but he looks fantastic. You're not going to put Hogan in there against Dwayne Johnson. It ain't going to work. And nobody really cares for it. So, Hogan, keep dreaming, brother. Keep dreaming. It ain't 1999 anymore, you know? It ain't 1989 anymore. It's 2018. So, you need to just stay at your beach shop and sell those fucking, those Hogan-esque 1987 rip-apart t-shirts and the Sleeping Buddies, the Hulk Hogans. I know you had one. I had Ultimate Warrior. I had Hogan. I had them, you know? Keep selling that shit. Keep selling your replica, you know, back in the day, I used to have this 6 times, brother, WWF Eagle Championship belt. Keep selling the replicas, bro. Keep doing you. Just don't be back in the ring. I don't really give a shit about it. Speaking of Twitter and social media, Tyler Breeze took to Twitter and social media, and he was under a bit of criticism. Tyler Breeze was under criticism, and Prince Pretty really couldn't handle it. Breeze was one of the hottest singles competitors in all of NXT in 2015 by utilizing his self-absorbed gimmick of being obsessed with his looks. I loved it. I thought it was great. Upon debuting on the WWE's main roster, however, the luster that Breeze once held in NXT seemed to fade out as far as his singles run was concerned. Now, he has since paired up with Fandango to form one of the most beloved tag team duos today in Breezango. The pair host the Fashion Files, which is completely overstaying its welcome, on SmackDown Live every couple of weeks, and fans are pretty much entertained by them. Recently, a very similar character in NXT has been getting some notoriety by the name of the Velveteen Dream. Dream has been compared to Breeze on several occasions, but many fans believe that if he is called up to the main roster, then his fate will be sealed. Yes, the Velveteen Dream will probably die a miserable death on the main roster, because nobody in WWE on Raw or SmackDown has any creativity whatsoever. Many feel that Breeze has been underutilized, and I'm raising my hand on that one, and misused as a talent. Again, I'm raising my hand on that one. And fear the same for someone as much potential as Dream has. One fan noted on Twitter that if Dream was called up to the main roster right now, he'd end up being another Tyler Breeze. I have the entire Twitter conversation here in a slideshow to show you guys. So let me see what we got here, man. Let it cycle through. He was actually responding to Simon Miller, who made a video about why the Velveteen Dream will fail on the main roster. And it was a very, very good video. My buddy Simon Miller over there, bro. Velveteen Dream could be ruined on WWE's main roster. It would be another Tyler Breeze. Another Tyler Breeze. I wonder if people realize I was never ruined on SmackDown Live. I'm currently buying my 3rd house. Being another Tyler Breeze sounds pretty solid. So then we got PWT. Yeah, we know. We heard it a million times from others. The talent these days is only concerned with the size of their wallet and less concerned with the quality of their character, blah, blah, blah. Then Tyler Breeze says if you put AJ Styles and him in the ring, you wouldn't watch that? Yeah. You know how often they say in sports, look at the scoreboard, look at the ratings, look at the attendance. Yeah. Sorry, I forgot you're the expert. See you at WrestleMania when thousands of people are there to enjoy themselves with the current show. Translation, we put out a shitty product as we want and you'll still watch because there's no competition anymore. You know, Tyler Breeze, I love Tyler Breeze. I honestly think he is one of the most underutilized talents to come around in a long time. What he did in NXT, I thought would have been perfect on the main roster, man. He had that Shawn Michaels feel. He had that Rick Martel feel. But what they're doing with him right now, man, is criminal, right? So he says, see you at WrestleMania where thousands of people are going to be there to enjoy themselves and you can sit by yourself judging each match and character and how much things were better back then, you know? Or how things used to be. So what? Now we have to pretty much sit and watch the shitty product that is and enjoy it, Mr. Breeze? Really, what is with all these WWE superstars saying, and taking fan criticism and be like, shut your mouth, watch the show for what it is, and I'm buying my 3rd house. I don't really give a shit. So you're buying your 3rd house. I can't critique the fucking show? Some weeks you're not even on the show. Somebody tweeted me. I don't recall who it was. Somebody tweeted me and linked Jimmy Korderas, WWE referee, or former WWE referee. I don't know what he's doing now. Somebody tweeted me and linked him. Hey, Jimmy, listen to this guy, JD. He knows what he's talking about, and he has a really, really good creative mind. Jimmy Korderas gets back and tweets whoever tweeted him. He didn't tweet me directly, but he tweeted whoever tweeted him about me. I don't listen to nobody, nor should I. I don't have any interest in listening to anybody, and blah, blah, blah. Watch the product for what it is. And then some other fucking idiot on social media says, look at these marks. Why don't they just sit down and enjoy the product for what it is and watch as a fan? And then Jimmy Korderas obviously responds to that and says, wow, what a noble concept. It's such a simple way to go about things. Yes, I completely agree. I don't believe how desensitized people are, especially if they're working for the company. Now, I understand they can't say anything because they're working for the company. They can't give the company a bad image. They really can't say anything bad about storylines, whatnot. If Tyler Breeze is happy with being a fucking D-plus player on SmackDown Live and being, in a role that really doesn't call for him to wrestle on live television, so be it. He enjoys that. But there are other people in WWE that actually want to main event WrestleMania. That actually want to win championships. That actually want better creative and big boy storylines for themselves. Why do you think CM Punk walked out? Why do you think Neville walked out? You think Neville was, okay, I'm making money. I'm going to buy a house down in Miami. I'll be good to go, man. I'll do what you ask. No. Sometimes people don't want just that. If Tyler Breeze is happy with buying 3 fucking houses and being, pretty much on the bottom end of the spectrum on SmackDown Live, fine. That's what he wants. But he took it the wrong way. I would actually take it as a compliment from people who are telling me, yeah, Tyler Breeze, you're such a talented guy. You're being underutilized. You're too talented to be doing what you're doing. He took it as a way as the guy was attacking him. I didn't see nothing there as far as an attack. It wasn't even criticism on him. It wasn't. Nobody wants to see the Fashion Files every week. I want to see Tyler Breeze do what he does best. Wrestle. What a noble fucking concept that is. I don't get it. Every WWE superstar, you critique them or say something that really isn't all that negative, but you want to wish them better, they're going to throw their money in front of you. Yeah, I'm buying my 8th house. Yeah, I'm making 7 figures. Who gives a shit? I didn't ask about that. No, but you want mediocre storylines, right? Then they got to give you the political answer. Why don't you shut your mouth and watch it? What, so now I can't say anything bad about the fucking product? I got to shut my mouth and drink the Kool-Aid that you're serving me? No, motherfucker, the Kool-Aid doesn't have enough sugar in it. It sucks. These people know the product is garbage. These people know the product is not the way it used to be. They can't say anything. That's why people come here. Man. But I will never tell you guys anything else. I'll report on what I think should be. I know what the company should be doing. They're not doing it. Television is terrible. We all know that. If you don't think so, you're blinded. Take off the fucking glasses, please. Clean the lens. I don't know what the fuck you're watching. Tyler Breeze should have been Prince Pretty. They should have never paired him with Breezango. Now that I actually enjoy the tandem with Breezango, now they're not even wrestling. But for WWE to take what he did so great in NXT and ruin it immediately on the main roster, that's their fault. That's their lack of creativity. Everybody knows the company creatively is the worst it's ever been. No, but they want to tell you, yeah, I'm making this and I'm buying my fucking 28th house. I don't give a shit about that. The product sucks. The fans should know that you can't expect these guys to say otherwise. Of course they're going to fucking tell you how much money they're making. That's all they care about right now. That's all they can say. That's their only plan of attack. Telling you how much money they make and how many houses they own. That was Tyler Breeze on social media. Lost a little bit of respect for Tyler Breeze on that one. I didn't even think that was I didn't even think that was really much of an attack. You know, he is underutilized. He is. You know, not being used right. He's got so much talent. He's being fucking paired off with Breezango, being abducted by fictional aliens, and roaming around with the Ascension as they're raiding Titus Catering. Come on, man. It's ridiculous. Listen to this story. I really didn't want to talk about this, but I'm going to talk about it anyway, because yesterday was breaking news on a wrestler arrest, a.k.a. Rich Swann. Now someone in Booker T's reality of wrestling promotion. Listen to this story. Someone who is training in Booker T's school, or wrestling for Booker T's reality of wrestling. This is a horrible story coming out of Houston, Texas. ABC 13 in Houston is reporting that Jasper Davis has been charged in the death of 24-year-old girlfriend Jennifer Nicole Mamo. M-A-M-O. If that is not horrific and sad enough, their 7-month-old was left home alone a few miles away. According to the news report, the two were at a party and they got into a fight. He ended up killing her and dumping her in the back of his car. This is a real story, folks. This isn't fabricated shit here. Prosecutors said that the argument started after Mamo accused Davis of flirting with another woman at the bar. Davis allegedly told deputies that Mamo grabbed a gun during the fight and it fired when he tried to take it from her. According to the court documents, Davis said that Mamo was shot in the face. Davis drove to a nearby creek to dump the body, but the car got stuck, so he called his friend for help. His friend arrived and saw the body and declined to help him. Good. Instead, the friend called 911. Good. Davis then called his father to ask for help. His father went to help to get his car unstuck, and he did not know that his son had his dead girlfriend's body. Deputies arrived at the home and were able to take the 7-month-old to a safe location. Now, I am assuming that Booker T and his promotion are going to disassociate themselves from this fucking guy forever. And as of this report, his profile is still up on their website. So, this is news coming out of ABC 13 in Houston. They're reporting this. 24-year-old girlfriend of Jasper Davis shot in the face and killed. For, again, bullshit. What a terrible fucking story. Absolutely terrible fucking story, man. So, after the Rich Swann story, I figured I needed to tell you that story. I came across that this morning, and I'm like, what am I reading here? What am I reading here? Get rid of this guy. Send him to prison. Get him off the streets. Get him away from human contact, man. Guy's a fucking piece of shit. Neville. Latest update on Neville and his discussion with WWE. Not looking good. We got news on Neville a few weeks ago. Word got out that talks had opened up and we're looking good between Neville and WWE. WWE wants to keep him, obviously. Even after reports that he's been unhappy for a long time. The tentative plans for Neville to return to the WWE were to send him to Smackdown Live. Good choice, right? I like it. They were going to move him out of the Cruiserweight division. This week, according to a report by PW Insider, those talks have come to an abrupt end. It's not clear why talks went out of, from being good to bad. We don't know why talks went south. But the only thing we know is that he has not been granted his release and could end up sitting out for the remainder of his contract. That means that he'll get his downside guarantee, but he would not be able to wrestle elsewhere until his deal expires. Now, the tricky thing with WWE contracts is that WWE has the tendency to extend contracts if a wrestler chooses not to appear on shows. WWE extended Rey Mysterio's contract several years back before eventually working out a deal to release him. And in theory, Daniel Bryan could sit at home, but his deal would be extended, so he's working as the SmackDown GM, even though it is not necessarily a role that he is thrilled to be working with. Neville, and wisely so, has been silent on social media and has declined requests to talk about the issues with WWE. It's an unfortunate deal for him because he is 31 years old and probably has many good in-ring years ahead. His wrestling career is on ice until some sort of deal, either for an in-ring return or release, can be reached. I don't know why they went south. I don't know who has been talking to Neville. I'm assuming it's probably Vince McMahon or Triple H. But it looks like Neville is stuck in his ways, man. Neville very well could be, looking at what the Young Bucks and Cody Rhodes and the Bullet Club are doing, You know, he could see all the hype that is surrounding New Japan right now, and he may feel like, listen, you know, I don't trust WWE to do the right thing by me. I'm just going to take my chances on the independents and, you know, work on what I got to do there and rebuild my resume there. And he could probably command as much money as he wants for independent appearances and bookings and, you know, have all the profits from his merchandise go right to his pocket, you know, and wrestle some of the greatest talent in the world. You know, I understand being in the WWE is a great feeling, but being in the WWE is not the end-all be-all. The business is different. The business is different. With somebody with the talent and the resume of Neville and the respect of Neville, I think people will love to have Neville on their shows, and Neville could really make just as much, if not more money, working outside the WWE. He probably sees that. Instead of dealing with all the political bullshit, you know, go into business for yourself and be your own fucking boss, man. You don't need to work with WWE and have this feeling of fear that they're going to do wrong by you. He probably sees that and wants us out. Either way, listen, he's getting what he wants now. They're not forcing him to come back. He's sitting at home collecting his downside guarantee. He's still getting paid. But leave it to WWE, man. They really want to fuck with Neville if he doesn't listen to them, if he doesn't really abide by them. They could extend this guy. He could be sitting at home even longer than he intended. I don't know when his contract is up. It could be sometime next year. But WWE, for all the time that he missed, they could add those months back on his contract, and he's going to have to wait even longer. So we'll have to see what happens, man. Hopefully he comes back. I really enjoyed Neville's work, and I think he would do great on SmackDown Live. I really do. I could easily see him winning a mid-card championship. I'd love to see him go against, you know, Sami Zayn and Nakamura and AJ Styles. You know, that's self-explanatory. But we'll see what happens, man. Hopefully Neville comes back, and if not, he will be just fine on the independent scene. Speaking of New Japan, Chris Jericho attacked Kenny Omega at a New Japan Pro Wrestling World Tag Team League show. The match between Alpha and Omega has already been set for Wrestle Kingdom 12. It is now officially underway. The feud has taken a turn for the worse for Kenny Omega. Kenny Omega had just competed at the World Tag Team League event where he defeated Rocky Romero. When the lights went dark and Y2J showed up on the screen, Jericho congratulated Omega on another successful win and then said his greatest test would come at Wrestle Kingdom 12. Suddenly the lights went out, came back on. Jericho was standing behind Omega in the same ring. Jericho hit a vicious code breaker. Absolutely vicious code breaker. Jumped on Omega, started hitting him with straight right hands. And it was very reminiscent of an old school brawl. He took the IWGP United States Championship, nailed Omega with it, busted him open, and Omega was left a bloody mess in the ring. Wrestle Kingdom 12 is shaping up to be a must-see show, as always. And Jericho and Omega are set to steal the show, man. I'll be watching. Can't wait to see it. I'm very interested to see what they could bring. Jericho being close to 50 years old. I think he's about 47, 48. Omega, arguably the best wrestler in the world. It's going to be interesting to see what these two guys can do, given the freedom to go out there and do what they got to do to put on a great match. Jericho not having that WWE ball and chain tied to his leg. Going to be interesting to see what these guys can do, and it's going to be interesting to see if Jericho can keep up with Omega, man. Hold for hold, move for move, step for step. Going to be very interesting to see nonetheless. And at this show, this World Tag Team League, Jericho got the angle kicked off in the right way as we are just mere weeks away from Wrestle Kingdom 12. Finally, guys, more top Impact Wrestling names leaving the company. PW Insider is confirming previous reports that stated that more top names are expected to leave Impact within the next month or so. James Storm is gone. I'm hearing rumors of WWE interested in him, and then I'm hearing some reports that James Storm is not going to be picked up by WWE. But if a new deal is not reached with these wrestlers, then that means at the next set of tapings, that would be their final dates with the company. Dave Meltzer of Wrestling Observer Newsletter reported that EC3 and Bobby Lashley are names to look out for because their deals are coming up soon. One would think that there would be some interest from WWE in both. Only time will tell. EC3 is 34 years old. He was in WWE's developmental territory before being let go in 2013. Lashley is 41, still under contract with Bellator MMA, but he has not fought since October 2016, and his fighting days could be winding down. In WWE, the old saying is never say never, so I would not be surprised if WWE reached out to Bobby Lashley. You know, he's an established athlete. Why the hell not? He's still relatively young. 41 is not old. EC3 has made a name for himself. He's made himself in Impact Wrestling. I would think WWE would pick him up and bring him to NXT. I think he would be a phenomenal get for NXT. I really do. Don't make the same mistake you made with Mike Bennett. He should have went to NXT. You know, Bobby Lashley could probably show up on Raw or SmackDown. Because Bobby Lashley, you know, he has been an established name over the years. WrestleMania main event with McMahon and Trump and Umaga and that whole deal. Bobby Lashley would probably make his way to the main roster. EC3, not really known at all on the main roster with the WWE Universe. You send him down to NXT, you hone his gimmick, you get him used to the WWE way, you give him, some sort of gimmick tweak, have him play off that EC3 character that he played at Impact Wrestling. I think he would be a phenomenal pickup for NXT. You get him down there, you build him up, you keep him down there for a year and a half, you get some audience and some momentum behind him, then you bring him up to SmackDown Live, and you have him test the waters on the main roster. That's the right thing to do. That's what they should have did with Mike Bennett. But yes, more Impact names are leaving. I don't know who else is going to be there. Who else is there? Really, who else is there? They got really nobody. They got Johnny Impact. They got Alberto Del Rio. They got I don't even know who else they got, man. Who else do they have? I don't even give a shit. I don't give a fuck about Impact Wrestling. I just want their talent. The talent that I actually do appreciate, you know? But EC3 and Bobby Lashley, I don't even give a shit about Bobby Lashley, man, to be honest with you. But I would be surprised if WWE doesn't give him a look. Or at least extend an offer to him, you know? And then everybody could be talking about Lashley and Lesnar, you know? Lesnar's going to need some new opponents. He's running through everybody. If Lesnar signs, Lashley could be one of his first opponents back. EC3, like I said, would be a perfect pickup for NXT. I like it, man. We'll see what happens. If I hear anything else, I will let you guys know on more names possibly coming into the WWE. And that is off the script for this Monday afternoon. I will be back on Monday night, tonight for Monday Night Raw review. If you guys enjoyed the video, hit that thumbs up and subscribe to the YouTube channel down below. Hit that bell, turn on that bell for all notifications, man. Thank you guys so very much. No social media segment today because I have a ton of errands to do. I have a very busy week ahead of me. On top of the content that I have to get out for you guys, I got a bunch of stuff. I have to go buy new furniture because I just want to buy new furniture. I'm in the mood to just change shit around. I got House of Glory I got to get ready for. I got to keep my voice in check. I got to take notes on House of Glory. I got to brush up on some things that I don't know to get ready for Saturday. And it's a very, very big weekend. Very, very big, important weekend. And I'm going to be busy. So hopefully you guys are with me. I will be bringing back the social media segment on Sunday next week. And we'll be reading some subscriber stories. Falco, I did not forget about you, bro. We'll just move it back 1 week. And I will be back next week, as always, with episode 200. Episode 200, man. I don't believe we're 200 episodes in of Off the Script. You know, this was WWE News and Rumors. It wasn't even off the script since the inception. It was WWE News and Rumors. Then we came up with the off the script concept because we had subscribers poll. What name do you like better? Off the script just stuck out. Some of you guys, you know, requested off the script, and that just stuck. The name just stuck, and it's still here. 200 episodes in, and it's only getting better, man. So 200 episodes. Next week is the 200th episode. Thank you guys so much for being here. And I ain't doing anything special, man. I really don't have anything planned at all. I really don't. It's just going to be a normal day, normal business day as usual. And hopefully you guys are with me right here on the 200th episode of Off the Script. I'm JD. Remember to hit that thumbs up. Follow me on Twitter at JDFROMNY206. And I'll see you guys tonight for Monday Night Raw. Have a great Monday, and I'll talk to you guys later.